when we look at treating it like a game. So again, what's overwhelming me? List everything. Then write solutions, right? The next thing is schedule everything that needs to be done. Now it's out of your head. Number two, the attitude. Treat it like a game. Again, you're at halftime, the end of the first period, second period. Doesn't matter, whatever sport you like, jump into that. But get into that athletic mind. It's just a game. Here's the reality. More than likely, no one's going to pass away. It's going to be okay, right? This too shall pass. It really will. So, and I'm talking to myself here, let's stop taking joy out of today. Let's stop taking joy out of today. The next step, communicate a lot. Over communicate. So when you're getting clarity, when you're doing your thing, right, with all of the people involved in all of this overwhelming, right, communicate clearly. So for instance, okay, I'm overwhelmed that the budget has not been passed yet. What are we going to do? Reach out to your CFO, your manager, whoever, and schedule the time. So, Tom, it's Ed. I'm scheduling the budget meeting for Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Schedule 2 hours. It will be completed by then. And consider this confirmed. You do not need to reply back to me. Done. Maybe the next day I will communicate again and let them know I'm over communicating that we are meeting such and such day, 4 o'clock, budget meeting, done. Then the last step is go for a micro win today. Go for a micro win, something small. Coaching session this morning. I've been having the most amazing coaching sessions. Coaching session this morning. My client says, I need to start reading the Bible. And I said, do you? Really? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Had him read one line out of one page. Micro win. You did it. Because when we look at the big mountain, the big picture, it's hard for us to get started sometimes. Go for a bunch of micro wins. So here's some other steps, getting in the right mindset, right? So that's how we deal with overwhelm. Feeling overwhelmed? Write down everything that's overwhelming you. Write it down. Don't type it in. Write it down. Then next, write down solutions. Solution number one, schedule everything that needs to be done. Now it's out of your head. Number two, treat it like a game. It's just a game, man. By the way, nobody's going to die. Right? Treat it like a game. Communicate, over communicate, and then go for that micro win. All right, cool. We're going to go to a topic of conditioning our mind for stuff like this. Overwhelm. Great incantation affirmation. And it starts out with, I now know and believe. I now know and believe. I now know and believe that I'm going to take on 40 new clients in the next 30 days. I now know and believe my body is releasing 1.5 pounds of extra weight a day. I now know and believe that I deserve to experience joy every minute of every day. I now know and believe that there is a lesson in every experience of life. I now know and believe that I am worthy of complete freedom, total wealth, total health, total freedom. You get it? I now know and believe. Write that shit out a lot, man. It works. It rewires our brain. Here is something that I've come across that really smacks me, man. Hard. Bam. And it's don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid of failing. But be terrified of regret. Don't be afraid of failing, but be terrified of regret. And if you have regrets right now, use them as a launch pad. Use them to ignite you, right? Because that can't be changed. What can be changed is what happens next. I know you know this. I'm just reminding you. And know, and listen to me here, your finest hour is coming. It's coming very soon. Your finest hour is coming. Use regret to fire you up. Don't feel failure, but be terrified of regret. I now know and believe. I now know and believe. In fact, when you're walking in the morning, when you're running in the morning, when you're working out, right? I now know and believe that I'm unstoppable. I now know and believe I am unstoppable. If you can move around and do that, it's twice as powerful. Yes, it's woo-woo, but it's also psychology. All right, I hope this helps you today. I know a lot of people are overwhelmed. I am booked to the gazoo with speaking commitments and coaching commitments, and it's awesome. I'm getting ready to launch the B3 Boot Camp, which is build your brain, build your body, build your business. We're going to throw a little build your brand in there. We're going to throw a little bit of connect to your calling so that it pulls you. Life is good, but just know, I now know and believe. Go get it. Love y'all. If there's anything I can do, reach out. Have an awesome day. See you.